this behind the scenes video, we're showcasing yet again another way we're using the FlightScope Mevo. We're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive here into game mechanics, into practical application of the Mevo in a larger class setting. We're going to bring in a couple props, otherwise known as game tokens or game nouns. I'm going to introduce some bigger concepts here, but I want you to understand these are critical pieces of not only the minute-by-minute application of your junior program, but again, a programming context, getting a big group environment to buy into the cultural establishment that you're trying to put together. Okay, let's talk about what we have here. So we have a simple corkboard, 135 to 100 yards in a rowed out fashion. We've got an 8-yard window and a 22-yard window fashion there that represents our PVC configuration on the driving range. You're at a green grass facility. You can make it feel and play like a Topgolf with something you can buy from a business warehouse store and some PVC pipe. You do not even need to go to that extent. You could simply frame out 2 bunkers, any kind of object in the distance would suffice on top of this board. Let's talk about the nature of the game. The juniors are going to have to hit a shot pretty much anywhere to get started. So I hit my shot. I've got my distance metric up there on my FlightScope Mevo. So I'm in the 22-yard window and I've hit that 118 yards. So I'll go over to my board, 118 yards. I'm going to pull that off the board. Oh, nothing on there. So what are we playing for? Hidden underneath these pieces of paper are M's. M's are going to represent milestones. These are achievements that wrap into our Discover Golf missions. We set up before class games at short game, full swing, on course. We are playing for 1 to 5 parameters, milestones, chip-ins, birdies, putt bombs. We're using the Mevo and a novel, clear feedback space to provide variable rewards. Does the junior know if they're going to be rewarded or not? No. Is it fun to search the imperfect environment that we have set up? Yeah, of course. Getting into some psychology, it's important for us as game designers, i.e. coaches, to understand that we as human beings seek novel, surprising, variable rewards. Being told that if you do something that you get a reward is only motivating in the beginning. You become less and less motivated by knowing exactly what you have to do. Finding novelty in your game space is critical to deep engagement. So I think as a final piece to this, what I'd like you to imagine is what happens from a simple rule set being hit anywhere essentially into my grid, 100 to 135. 130.3 into the 22. What I want you to appreciate here, no milestone, intriguing proposition every time I pull that off the board, is simple rule set. What emerges from this? What kind of gameplay happens as the game creeps along? When there's only 3 or 4 spots left and they're all in the 8-yard window and you know there's a couple milestones left, what kind of emotion? What kind of concentration? What kind of coaching intervention have you given your juniors without saying a word? You created a play space that gets them focused and dialed into a tiny target. That's an incredible proposition. The wind can knock the board down all it wants to. Your gameplay will rev on. Your juniors will be excited by what you're doing. You use the Mevo. You think in terms of how you can layer it into game design in your junior golf program. Will be a stalwart within your marketplace.